The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game 1.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. And they had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 14. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
First down.
From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Jonathan Taylor.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Room to run past midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
To Julio Jones.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Falcons
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
5-yard line.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons! It's their quarterback. 42 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The throw over the middle, taken in, and out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Colts 10. Sterling Hawkwood.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of
a really nice gain of 25 yards.
Indianapolis.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Colts.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
The pass.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned,
and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Marlon Davidson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning
yeah,
it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check 53 Mike. Check 53 Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
36. Check, check.
They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
For the extra point.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Falcons, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.